Oh my god. A squirrel just like dropped a pine cone on the floor. Why are you so close to my face? Are you focusing on me or no? It's not gonna focus on me, is it? There we go. Can you see me clearly? Can you see me? Oh, I just made it worse by doing that. Focus on me. The world spins around me. Okay, we're good. So we're like a month in on like this whole situation that's going on. I'm not even gonna mention it because we all know it. It's happening all over the world, so why even say it? We already know what I'm talking about. But like, as an artist, it's like changed everything. A month ago, our school kind of kicked us out early. Like last minute, told us we had to be out like, told us on a Monday, and they were like, you have to be out by Wednesday. For an early spring break for 2 weeks, that ended up being 3 weeks. And so like, we're all like running around like, oh, what's going on? And like, what does this mean? Like, are our shows getting canceled? Like, do we need to grab every single thing that's on campus? Like, do we need to grab all of our artwork? Like, all of us art students were like, do we need to grab like all of our materials? And like, my professor said he was like, prepare by bringing all your stuff home that you're gonna need for 3 weeks. And if you need to make anything for your show, because you have the shows coming up. I was like, shoot a monkey. So you know, like spring break comes, we get early, and they tell us, I think it was like the Sunday night, they said we're canceling classes for the week, and then that Monday they were canceled the whole week. I like chilled for like a good week and a half. I went down to the beach and I started like thinking, I started working from home. I started working on like a whole bunch of crap here on the carport at home. I was like, oh crap. I was like, my show comes out on April 30th. And it's supposed to be ready and up in a gallery, and I have a whole bunch of artwork to prepare and a whole bunch of crap to frame. And like, this crap is like 4 feet tall by like 5 feet wide, and I'm like, that's like a lot of time to be putting into a frame. It takes like hours to make just that one frame, and don't even get me started on like putting resin on it. And the fact that like the last time I resined it, the plaster freaking soaked in the resin, so like it's gonna take even longer. And like, I had this plan, month of April, frame everything, get the paperwork ready, and get the video recording, the audio recording ready for your show, the installation, the floor work, get all that done in April, like leading up to the show, have everything ready. And sometimes I think I have like a third eye and I see stuff moving. Anyone else? Okay, freaked me out a little bit, but like I'm kind of used to it, and got myself off track. So I had everything like planned, you know, and then like the 3rd week comes by and we're all just like, started online classes. Are we gonna come back the next week like they said we were? And then all of a sudden we get an email saying classes are canceled for the rest of the year. Not classes. We're going virtual for the rest of the year. And like me and like everyone else was like, and all these other art seniors were like, what about our shows? Like the shows start on like the 1st week of April. Like, what does that mean? And the professor that's the head of it is like, emailed us. She was like, I'm sorry to have to tell you, but your shows have become virtual shows. They have been canceled and become virtual shows. They're gonna be on YouTube. And I was like, great. I was like looking on the good side for the first bit. I was like, yeah, that means more people can see it. That means more promotion. That means it gets to be on YouTube. And that means all this other crap. And then I was like, kind of disappointed. Like, it hit me. I was like, I just spent what felt like, it's like carrying a baby in your stomach for 9 months. I spent like 9 months on this body of work for it not to be on a wall at the end of the semester. Like, you're kidding me, right? And like, MFA, BFA, BA majors all around the country are feeling this, or this is happening too. So I know I'm not alone when I say this. And I was just like, you spend all that work, putting in all that time. I literally scheduled out my entire life every single day around school, class, work, and when I was going to be in the studio to do printmaking and to do artwork and when to work on what. I had like a literal list scheduled out with the times on it. I'd be at the studio at 8 a.m. in the morning till 11 p.m. at night. And I know a lot of other students were there late too, so like we're all kind of just like disappointed. And we're not gonna have like those major senior moments that you have. I feel like something always screws up. Like something, whenever I do anything, plan to do anything, something bad comes out about it. Like I can make a story time about all the things that have happened, and I've always said I'm bad luck, but my professors and friends are like, no, you're not. You're just not crazy, paranoid. And I was like, no. So this whole senior show thing getting canceled has confirmed my theory. I was so stoked on the show. I was so ready for it. I was so ready to have my moment, and then it's just like wasn't meant to be. But then again, if a door closes, another one opens, right? Something might happen in the future. I have no clue. Gotta look at the bright side of things, I guess. So now I'm at home, still making artwork for my senior show, even though it's online. I feel like people would think I'm crazy for doing that, but like, I don't feel like it. I've been such in the deep land of like Welcome Home, like the name of my show. I've been so deep in Welcome Home that like I don't want to get out yet. I'm gonna go through till the very end until it's out, and I'll be done making artwork for it. So I'm continuing making stuff at home. I have literally taken over my entire parents', what's it called? Carport. I've taken over the entire carport. I have the junk room I cleaned out during spring break to put all my crap in. I had to move everything out of my studio. Everything. Why is that car making a noise? The car is off and it's parked. Oh great, I'm hearing stuff. It's not just a third eye, it's a third ear. I had to move everything out of my studio. I pranked my professor first of all before I left, because I was like, that's the one senior thing that this whole quarantine's not taken away from me. Pranked him. I had to move everything out. I had to make sure none of my plaster stuff broke because it's so freaking fragile and most of it's not even framed. So I had to move everything out. It took me like a course of like a whole week to move everything out. And I had to mop the floor like 4 times to get all the dust up and wipe everything down so many times. There's dust everywhere from the plaster. Yeah, so I'm working at home. And I'm having to figure out a whole routine of when to do everything. So the advice I have out there for other artists that are in my same situation is to not give up hope. Like, one door closes, another one opens. There's plenty of things that could come out in the future. You can get to other shows. You can advertise your virtual show to other galleries, and maybe they might like it enough to put it in their gallery in the future. You can apply for residencies right now while you're doing nothing but sitting on the couch. Even though we don't know if those residencies are coming back up, but it's worth a shot, you know? Spend time on your work, like figure out what you like to do, what you don't like to do. What is your purpose? Like, I finally found my purpose. I feel like that gives me joy and fills my soul. Like, this is for normal people, everybody. Find something that like fulfills your soul during this time. Something that gives you a little bit of like fulfillment, because we went through this time of like 9-to-5 jobs, work, and now we're all just kind of like dead. Not all, you know what I mean, most of us. So this is like a good time to like connect to ourselves and like figure out what we're destined for. Like, yeah, it's time to reflect, you know? It's time to figure out what you want to do with your life. Give your life meaning, you know? Don't settle for anything. I'm not settling. That might change, but I'm not settling for right now. Going off different places. I have so many plans for when I graduate. I can make a whole other video about that if y'all want to hear it. But yeah, don't lose hope, and I'll catch you. Is it focus on me? No. I'll catch you later.